Okay, I'm starting to realize that learning how to be entertaining is a skill, and this might sound like very obvious for a lot of people, but for me, I'm just now putting the pieces together. So there's a lot of people on the internet, whether there's actors and whether there's, I don't know, YouTubers, streamers, whatever you want to say, the entertainment industry entirely. It's been shifting a little bit. A lot of the entertainment nowadays has to do with a little bit of self humiliation. Some people are able to lean into it and play the jokes and all that, and then able to succeed from it. But even with that being the case, I never wanted to take that route because, self humiliation is never really. I've been, over the last year and a half, I've really been thinking about that, and I don't really like taking the butt of the jokes just for other people to get laughs out of it because it's funny. But then if you say something, you're sensitive about it. But then, like again, if you just become the butt of the joke, okay, it's cool because people like it when you take their jokes and are able to take their hits. But it's like it just there's a little self there's a little bit of self. I don't know if self deprivation is the word I'm looking for, or if that's even the right word for this sense. But you get what I'm trying to say. I've never wanted to be that kind of person who just doesn't value themselves. There's always that friend in the group who is taking all the jokes and it's all fun and games, everyone's laughing, etc. Right? But it gets to a point where it's like at that point you're just blatantly disrespecting that person. And I get it. It's all jokes. It's what everyone's gonna keep saying. Learn how to take a joke, this and that. That's cool. But being entertaining is very, very. I think it is really is a skill set, and it's changing because I've been doing this concept for a while now, and most of the times when you do the videos, and keep in mind, this is all in my past. I do regret acting this way. I act authentically myself now. I am a very bland, straightforward person, and I can't really change nothing about that. I don't come in here trying to have the highest energy. I don't come here trying to be the funniest, making expressions and doing this and that and jumping up and down. And there's old videos of me on the internet doing that because at a point in time I was trying to play into that entertainment role until I realized that it's just I'm not gonna tap dance and be a I don't know if I can say this on YouTube, but I'm not gonna be like a monkey in a cage for people who I'm not really, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna play a whole persona just to come on camera and you know what I mean? It's not to me it's not worth it. Now other people their motives are different. Some people maybe they're just have naturally goofy personalities, all that. But I think it's also viewed as you can be uptight or you can be this and that when you don't play into that role. For those who don't know, I do stream from time to time. And in my year and a half, almost 2 years of streaming, I've noticed a lot of the entertainment in it is a lot of it is self deprivation. A lot of it is self harm. Not like in a way where you're hurting yourself, but in a way where you do things to yourself to entertain the audience. And it's so normalized and it's so that's just the space it is when it comes to streaming, right? People say things like, "Yo, I shave my eyebrows at this much subs. I'm gonna." Somebody else say, "Cut a hair, cut a dread off. I'll donate 500." Just little stuff like that, which I don't necessarily have a problem with at first until it gets to a point where you're doing it purely for the financial gain. Because at a point, that's when it's like I feel like I'm selling myself out. And so from other people, they might not have that feeling. Maybe that's just a me thing. I don't know. But I've been in those predicaments where people are offering me to do things for money, and I always turn it down because I don't want to be. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all have ever seen like any movies or games, but it'll be like a homeless dude, and they're just like start dancing, and they're like waving $1 in front of them. It feels like that kind of, and I don't really like that feeling. I don't really like feeling like I have to do this to get an extra spare piece of change. No, I don't know. That's just me. There's things I won't do for money. I used to think differently, right? I cut a couple of my hair pieces of hair off before. I've gotten donations. I've gotten, yo, do 50 push-ups. I donate 100. Like I've done stuff like that, and I view it differently than I did back then now, just because like how that whole like like I said, self deprivation. The only word I can think of. I don't even know if that's. Am I even using that term right? I don't think I am. But either way, just that feeling. I don't like that feeling. But like I said, it's normalized on the internet. It's normalized in the streaming community. It's normalized entirely, and it's normalized to try to be the loud, funny person, right? For other people's entertainment, and I get it. That's why I say entertaining is a skill, because there's a lot of people who can garner our audience without having to do that. You know, the Corey Kenchins, the Quesos, I don't know, other content creators you might be able to think of that I can't have right now, but just be able to hold your audience and be able to garner an audience without having to you know, feel like you're giving up a part of yourself. And even in the queso situation, right? He was able to blow up, and people were making a whole bunch of fat jokes and overweight jokes to him, and he was able to lean into it and still build his audience and have his little following, or not following, and have his following and all that, right? Shout out to Queso for that. But it's funny how even in his case, when he was able to still become successful, people were still trying to get that out of him. Those reactions, like, oh man, you're this, and I know it's from a place of jokes now, but who know? Like when he first started, it's like that's kind of crazy that everyone's just making these jokes consistently. You know what I mean? And shout out to him for having a personality where stuff like that doesn't bother him. But I don't know. I feel like people tend to be able to try to bully you or pick on you, and then hide behind the fact of it's a joke, when whole time is actual, actual comments. Like they say, there's a little bit of truth in every joke, and I somewhat believe that. But yeah, I don't know. The entertainment, I'm just looking at it a little bit differently. Everyone's rushing and striving to become streamers and content creators and doing this and that, but they're not realizing that they're chasing this audience that purely just wants them to tap dance and entertain them 24/7, which is understandable. If you come here to watch entertainment, that's completely fine. But at the expense of other people is where I kind of draw the line. It's like, yeah, I want to entertain people, but I'm not gonna defamate myself just to please others when it comes to that. But that's just my take on it. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. That's why a lot of people say, yo, bro, it's not that deep, whatever. But to me, it is that deep. I'm not gonna be on. Like, someone literally said that to me while I was streaming, bro. Like, yo, bro, do this for money, etc. I said, I don't do stuff for money. And I explained to him what I'm saying to y'all, bro, it's not that deep. You're tripping. Like, and try to gaslight it. It's just like, you're not allowed to have more. You're not allowed to have morals. You're not allowed to have standards anymore. You're not allowed to draw the line for yourself, or you can't take a joke, or it's too not that serious, bro. You're in too deep. People don't know how to just see your point of view, and it's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. That's just the internet. But I'm just coming here to really drop information and my insight on it, because I think there's a lot of people who are rushing to humiliate themselves just to get an audience, and it's like, do you not really understand what that does to yourself? Like you're trying to appeal to these people, and you're willing to sell yourself out to do that. And I'm not saying sell out in the sense of like sell your soul or nothing, but like you're willing to give a part of yourself away for them, literally. If you think about it, like me cutting my hair, like I'm literally altering my body for the people watching, if you really think about it. So I don't know, but that's pretty much it. I just come in here, drop a little think piece, make y'all think about it, view it a little differently. I watched another video that's similar to this before the recording of this video. I might drop that link in the description to it, because it was a really good video and it opened my eyes to another aspect of streaming, and it was from a smaller creator. So I'm thinking I might just drop that. Yeah, if you want to watch that video, it'll kind of better explain what I was trying to. But that's pretty much it. If you made this far, like, comment, subscribe, and keep guiding guys' life. Stay safe, stay blessed. And I'll see you guys next upload.